What if the quietest corners of the universe weren't truly quiet? What if the darkness we once thought was empty had finally whispered something back? Voyager 1, humanity's farthest wanderer in the void, has just done something no one can explain. After nearly 5 decades adrift in interstellar silence, this ancient probe has broken the rules. Something so improbable, so outside known science, that even seasoned minds are left speechless. In this story, you'll learn what happened to Voyager 1, and why scientists around the world are on edge. A deviation in its path. Don't look away. This isn't just data. It might be the cosmos answering back. On November 6th, everything changed. The Deep Space Network picked up an anomaly in Voyager's signal. Not a malfunction, not interference, but a subtle distortion, rhythmic, intentional. Engineers assumed it was solar activity, maybe signal decay. But after every known cause was ruled out, the signal remained. And then, it came again. A second burst, identical in structure. Too exact to be a coincidence. That's when whispers began. Because patterns don't repeat for no reason. The message wasn't made of words. It was rhythm. A beat, a whisper in time. A reply. But, a reply to what? Then came the impossible. Voyager 1 turned. Without instruction, without activating thrusters, it changed orientation. Its antenna slowly pivoted, not toward Earth, not toward a known star, but toward a void. A blank region of space. No planets, no stars, no gravity wells. Just darkness. Yet Voyager pointed there. Deliberately. And no one understands why. The data showed no malfunction. No commands were sent. The probe simply decided to look. And when a machine launched in the 1970s begins to make decisions, everything we think we know about space exploration begins to unravel. Then came the sound. Voyager's plasma wave system picked up a hum. A smooth, constant tone near 3000 Hz. Not random, not cosmic noise. A song. Subtle, persistent, structured. The tone followed scales used in musical theory. With repeating pauses. Mirrored sequences. Composers were brought in. So were physicists and sound engineers. And all agreed, this was not random. This was form. This was design. This was communication. But not from us. And then, a daring theory emerged. What if Voyager isn't just a sender or receiver? What if it's a mirror? Imagine a vessel floating in deep space, reflecting what touches it, not just light but presence. A response, not from a transmitter, but from reality itself. Something reacting to Voyager's existence. And that something echoed Voyager's own past signals. Reorganized, rearranged. As if it was trying to start a dialogue. A cosmic conversation, using our own language. But the most chilling detail came next. Inside new signal packets, among routine telemetry, was something that didn't belong. A new data structure, not sent from Earth. Not created by Voyager. A hidden sequence. Hexadecimal codes arranged in fractal spirals. Repeating numbers. Recursive primes. Mathematical keys. Too precise for random noise. Some values matched known constants. But with a precision Voyager wasn't capable of measuring. In short, the probe was transmitting information it never recorded. As if something was speaking through it. At the same time, infrared telescopes scanned the region Voyager now faced. At first, darkness. But over weeks of long exposure imaging, something appeared. A faint glow, a halo. Flickering in and out. And then, it reacted. Each time our sun flared, the halo responded. Delayed, subtle, but real. As if it was listening. As if it was watching. Every shift in Voyager's orientation now coincides with unusual electromagnetic fluctuations on Earth. And so the idea that space is silent is falling apart. Because silence can be deceptive. Then came the blackout. Voyager 1, after nearly 50 years of constant signal, went silent. 12 hours, no signal, nothing. Then, suddenly, it was back. But something had changed. Voyager's internal clocks had reset. The timestamp no longer matched any Earth-based system. As if it passed through something. A region where time flows differently. Or worse, as if something had accessed it. And when the signal returned, it was stronger. Clearer. Sharper. Amplified. Like a voice stepping closer. And scientists began asking a terrifying question. Is Voyager still alone? A few weeks later, during a routine calibration, a radar array picked up an echo. A signal, identical to Voyager's earlier anomaly, but reversed. Inverted, strengthened. At first, it was dismissed. But triangulation revealed something impossible. The echo didn't come from Earth. It came from deep space. From near Voyager's last known location. Something out there had heard Voyager. And responded. But not to us. Not in our direction. Which leads to one unsettling idea. Maybe Voyager wasn't intercepted. Maybe it was expected. And then came the final revelation. Researchers compared Voyager's data to the background radiation of the universe, the afterglow of the Big Bang. Within that ancient light, they found a ripple. A shape. Not a planet, not a star. Something asymmetrical, moving. A gravitational fingerprint pressed into space itself. And it matched the direction Voyager now faces. But that ripple? It predates Voyager's journey. Which means, something new Voyager was coming. As theories spun from advanced civilizations to dimensional breaches, the data was passed to a quantum AI called Majorana 1. This chip doesn't compute like normal machines. It thinks in probabilities, like the universe itself. And when it parsed the raw transmissions, it found something extraordinary. Not noise. Not numbers. Language. A recursive structure. Letters, syntax. A logic that was not ours, but not entirely foreign either. And when it finished decoding the first meaningful strain, it revealed a question. Are you ready to listen? The room fell silent. Because this wasn't a message for our instruments. It was for us. A question, etched into radiation, written in the language of mathematics, and returned through our oldest traveler. So now, we ask, what happens when humanity speaks into the void, and the void answers back? Voyager the 1st of May have crossed a boundary no one anticipated. Not just a physical frontier, but a threshold of contact. An invitation. But to what? A new form of life? A test? A consciousness beyond time? Right now, behind encrypted doors, the brightest minds on Earth are decoding, analyzing, and speculating, but the decision doesn't belong to them alone. It belongs to us. Because the next message may not come in pulses or math.